American Social Club at Livery onto this Mazda Altenza. It's a great looking touring car, so let's see how it works. So all we're going to do first is go into paint, body, paint all, and go into your special colours. And what you're looking for is the flakes one there, and you want either the P3 large flakes there or P4, what do you reckon? I think it was a P3. We'll go with the P3, I think. Anyway, we can always change that later. Okay, on that, your side mirrors can be painted here, saves you wrapping it. Now we're going to be doing this for a admin member called Captain. So we're going to change this to that green colour, because that is the colour he has selected. It looks a little bit like bogey colour, but still, we'll go run with it, unless we go with the fluorescent or the vivid colour there, which might look a little bit better actually, so it doesn't look like you just sneeze on your wing mirror. Okay, we can then obviously change that to metallic pearl or whatever you want to do. Now I'll leave that as solid for now, just because we might have to wrap it anyway, depending on how it looks with the highlights. Okay, rear wing as well, I always make that grey or black just to offset it from the rest of the livery. Let's leave it on the grey, I think. Alright, it'll make sense why later. Although, what's that paint? Make it lime green so we can see. Where is it? Oh, just paints that bit there. Okay. Yeah, he wants that colour, we'll go with that. Right, wheels, whatever you want really, whatever matches. Decals, dead simple. I've shared these, by the way. There is one that I need to share, which I will do shortly, but we'll share these generally. So that ice rear first, this one here, these can all be found by searching FCSC on the showcase. So as you stretch that, you want it to be over the body, and move that in such a way it kind of covers half the car. Maybe I need to edit this decal to shorten that blank space in the middle of the car there. But move this just so it starts to wrap around the front like that. See, a bit of a Japanese type of flicks and stuff. And then you can, if you press L1, you can manipulate this left and right and up and down individually. Stretch it right up so it goes to the roof. See, so you've got that sort of look there. Right, move that back. The look. As long as, to be honest, as long as that stripe there wraps around to the front of the bumper, position of it isn't essential, but that looks okay there. So this is kind of an essential part. If you go into that one and then go to align with surface, you want to align with camera, okay? And you'll see why now. So as we spin this round here to the other side, you got one decal there, you haven't got it there, okay? Your limit angle, what that's going to do is wrap it right around the edge of the actual edge of the bonnet, so then you're not going to get any jagged sort of bits you need to fill in with decals later. So we'll do that all the way to 10, and then limit depth. If you go all the way to 10, you'll see it appear on the other side of the car. See how it's just appeared on the roof? Go to 10 and the entire car is wrapped symmetrically and also in exactly the same place, which is also helpful. Right, go out of that, colour that in the lime green, which again is looking a bit garish at the moment, but you'll see why I've done that in a second. Press triangle, duplicate layer, and again go into the duplicate and then colour that into the white, which is this one here at the bottom. The standard colours will go in for 2, so the third at the bottom, so we've got a slight grey tinge to it, because white looks a bit too crisp to me. And then all you're going to do is move it down just a touch, and then back just a touch, just like that. Just give it that little bit of a highlight, see? Just sort of round the edge. It's only a slight manoeuvre, but that's fine. Finish that. Again, every time you apply a new decal to the side, always go to add and go to the left. Click on that, and then make sure it's on the left or right or whatever, because it makes it totally square on the car there. Now, we're going to carbon up the back end because I think it looks a little bit better. So we'll do this, hit this, and then we're going to go with a lightest sort of grey. That one might do it. We might need to adjust this shortly, but we'll see how it goes. And you want to wrap that all the way up to the back. It can overlap slightly, don't worry about it. And again, align with surface to align with camera. So it's slightly, it doesn't change, but sometimes it does change. And then again, at the back there, limit depth, all the way across there. I'm not quite sure why that's gone. Ah, I know why. Because we've done... What's gone on there then? We'll fix that in a bit. That's in the other bit, I think. What? How? What? Oh, because of that, innit? Okay, we'll edit that now because that's going to do my head in. Right, all that. Right, we don't want that. Oh, we painted that. That's why we painted it. Right. What we'll do then, we'll do this in a slightly different way then. With paint here, go to body, go to other. It is going to be green at the front, but we'll do that. I don't know why I haven't done it on that side, on the right and not the left, but still. You might as well make it the grey colour or the black, or, you know, just not bloody bright green. Come on, guys, be fair. White? No, it's not like white. It's got to look like a window at the end of the day. Right, so then that should be... It is back to now. Okay, great. Shame you can't do it like a chrome or something, isn't it? Go to the other, and we'll just fill this in while we... Oh, we can... Ah, that might be why. Why is that done that then? Why is that there? It's black anyway, so why have we got that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just do the front bit again, put it in that colour. Move it to the front down here. You can see how the splitter and the fog lights are just changing colour. Stretch that out so it's a thing. Stretch it up so it covers the headlight like that. And you'll see it now. You'll see that ping surface. Align the camera. See how it's sort of moving a little bit. And then do the depth and the angle, and then that's all done basically. Now again, back onto the rear then. Rear of the car. So we need to go into... I've not shared this one. It is the ice sort of shattered thing, but it is the sort of the reverse of the one we applied earlier. I'll share this again shortly because I don't think I've shared this one. Then I'm going to stretch this right up like that to cover most of the car. Don't worry about if it's bleeding down there a little bit because we can fix that later on. You want this in such a way that it goes to the top of the car, but it doesn't bleed around the back. Just like that's fine. See, just over the lights like that, it's fine. Don't worry about the top of the boot because that will sort itself out shortly. Again, colour-wise, make it the lime green. Do the same thing again with this. It stretches it right over. Like I said, don't worry about that little bit there at the back on the boot, that in the middle. We can fix that. If that happens, I'll just show you a way how to fix it and how to fix the roof as well shortly. Okay, on that. And then this is where you need to do the green first. Well, it doesn't really matter if you do the green or the white first, but I would normally do, in this scenario, do the green first. And then duplicate that layer, make that the whitey grey colour, and then... Oh, I got them now. No, match it up. And then offset it so you go up a little bit. You're going to be... Well, I'm going to go down a little bit actually and come across this way just a touch. Just to give that little bit of a green. Don't worry about the doors there too much. It's only adding a little bit of colour to it. It's that bit there really you want to sort of offset. I know it looks different to the front, but that's the whole point. It's meant to look a little bit different. Okay, right. To carbon it then. What we're going to do, same sort of process as before. But I've downloaded this carbon one. I'll try and upload one when I can. But it's just down as a carbon wrap. Carbon print will do this. Let's bring it to the back, lift it up. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing this. If you align by surface, you see it does that and it doesn't quite wrap around the back. I'll show you the align by camera again in a minute. So you want to stretch it just so it looks nice. You don't even have to go nuts. Align with camera, see how it sort of shape moves. Angle over that way, depth over that way, okay, and that then stretches it over the back. What I've done on my Elantra is I've moved this just a little bit further back like that, just so that all matches up. Yeah, it's not complete carbon, I know that, but it still looks better than just a plain colour, I think. Now with this, once you've done that, you want to come over here, press triangle, and move decal all the way to the bottom. Oh no, maybe not on. Okay, do it again. Move it above the grey then. There you are. See, so you've got that carbon effect at the back. If it was painted or already grey, you could do it like that, but because that is a large flake thing, you can't do that in the decal, so you're going to have to... Anyway, then just move this up inside, and you want to get this just so the stripes match, like that. Okay. Duplicate again. I mean, for me personally, because I can see here there's no carbon bits, and here there's no carbon bits, that would drive me nuts. So I'm going to again move just so it lines up. Again, don't worry about that bit there, we can sort that shortly. Sometimes you have to duplicate it one more time just to get it sort of down here, but you can see with that line there where it lines up, so you put it there, let's say. No, it's more just touch the top like that, and then that'll be fine. That's probably a good idea actually, because it acts as a guide, and because you've already duplicated it, you've already got the stuff for the other side. Now to get rid of that, nice and simple, just put a square on it and colour it. Go to square, colour it in the whitey sort of grey, move it over, stretch it up, and then again align the camera, move it over like that. Okay, so that is the base sort of design done. Now the roof is one of those where we could do anything with it. Again, once you go to left, right, right, you've got a roof option. Now you can just get a square, stretch it out, and cover the roof. Nice and simple, nice and quick. The bleeding's gone. Great. Body 2 now for the bonnet. Now for this, the actual colour or the design of it I actually quite like for the original, because it was just black and sort of curved. If you use a straight line, it doesn't quite work. So what you want to do really is to maybe get this one. Okay, let's have a play around, because I've not actually tried this yet. Stretch it up so we can, yeah, that would sort of work. Let's see. Bit of trial and error with this one. Right, so that would cover most of it there, yeah? And then you want to get a square like this. Again, make it the colour you want. It is a slightly different colour at the moment, just so I can see it, and then change that so down here like this maybe. I want it just to line up with the corner there. Right, now if I go line the camera, you don't want to line the camera at this because it's a straight line, so the surface sort of curves it a little bit. But then you've got that little kick up there, right? Doesn't make sense using the square to be honest. We'll delete that. Go back to the top. Maybe we'll use that one instead. Let's see how that works. Put that there. Make that a grey sort of colour. That's what I want. But again, you're still going to get that at the bottom. Okay, forget this design. It doesn't work. As much as I would like it to work, it doesn't quite work. So we're just going to get the squares to make it nice and easy, and then put it in line with that. try it this way instead. Put it in line there. Okay. You don't need to align with the camera or surface because it doesn't make a blind bit of difference here, to be honest. But you do need to wrap it round to get the edge of the bonnet, because when you look from a cockpit sort of view or a VR view, you just see the edge of the bonnet just jagged with the end of the decal, and it just doesn't look right. Duplicate on the other side. Duplicate that again, and then move it over and just fill the gap. Just make it nice and wide. Don't go all the way to the end, as you will see shortly. Right, let's sort out that bit down the bottom. You can just use straight lines. I've used straight lines on the Elantra. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing this because this is the style on this particular car. Down here, can I? No. See how these cars sometimes are just not decal friendly. The only other thing we can do, and I've done that to duplicate the reverse, is stretch that down there like that, in line with the bonnet bin. Duplicate reverse, duplicate the layer again, move this over, and just give it a square edge. Probably the easiest way to do it, to be honest. We want that to be the width of there. Okay, then we're going to now follow these in the colour of your choosing, basically, colour of the scheme of the car. The mask is all the same. And then when we duplicate the layer, make that again the white grey colour. Come on, be yourself. And then when you do that and move that slightly in, you're going to give yourself that little stripe. Again, duplicate on the other side. I know that's in the wrong place. I'm going to move that just above the green. Just move them all above the green. One in the middle there, which will be that one. Again, duplicate that one, and then how have we done that? I think it's the wrong colour. No, I'm doing something too quick. Right, lift that up. Now you can see there at the bottom how it doesn't quite work. So you need to pull the design in to give you that straight edge. And then when you get to be honest, we delete that first. You get to that one, and then pull it back. See how you've got a nice clean edge now. By doing that, you just press hold R1, sorry, and then move it around. And then that bit there at the top, pull a bit, and then just stretch it over. And you've got a nice sort of whitey grey with the green accent going on. Right, so we'll soon start adding the sponsor decals now then. So for Mr. Captain, he has requested the BTN turbo ones, so he has 2 there available. As it already has a white sort of background, we can use that one, so we can chuck that there. Again, then get the server logo. Where's it gone? Lots of blank spaces, which is not great. I don't know why it does that. Go to my items. Then check. I find it easier that way. Oh, there it is. And then chuck that there at the top of the bonnet. Church black. And then at the bottom, you can put whatever really. We can go with that one if you want. Right, that's the bonnet done. Onto the side, we want to go again slightly opposite it. You can just put that on the rear door like that. Duplicate and reverse. I wouldn't use the align by camera and thingy trick with these because it just doesn't work basically. It rotates the decal and fine. It just looks poor. Again, my items. I'm going to put that one there. Stretch that so it covers the bottom of the door. Again, duplicate opposite side. All right. Front doors, we're going to put, I don't know, what do we reckon? Olive and Frank ones from Mr. Teflon. His request, we can put that down here like this. Again, line it up with the bottom of the door. There's not quite, you've got to just double check it because sometimes it doesn't line up as it should do. And then we're going to use the Hoppers tag to go there, I think. Okay, lovely. For this one, for the windows, you need to go into other sides. Otherwise, you there is an option there to put onto the windows. So what we're going to do, captain's number is number 72. I don't think we've got a 72 yet. So I'm just going to rob one basically. I'm going to go into the showcase, type in 72 and find one I like. Find one that's plain, find one I can colour. That'll do. I'll just save that for future reference. Put that on there. That's here. Always, if you can, stick the numbers here in the rear window. I'm going to make that colour. Again, duplicate on the opposite side, not on reverse because it flips it. Move that so it is just on the window area and not on the B-pillar. I don't think I've created a captain decal yet, which is a bit embarrassing, but I will get to it. I'll get it and get it shared. Windscreen banner, nice and simple. You can then put the servo logo on that and the number, or whatever fits really. Stretch it right up. All I'm doing there is pushing up on the right analog stick. Get it about central. Okay. Add into Discord. Come on, this will be right on the bottom. Stick that to the side there. And then for the back, it's kind of like one of those really. It's kind of one of, you know, whatever you want. Let's do it. Let's go to rear. Again, I'd put the server logo on the back, especially for like recruitment lobbies and stuff. You want to know who you're racing, so you can even leave it on the angle there if you want, and just, you know, just stick it on the bumper. And then go to BTN turbo ones. Again, this is exactly however you want really. And then what else do you reckon? What else we got? We've got Teflons. Why have I got a cap? Yeah, create a cap feature. You can even put your number if you want. That'll do, just to sort of fill the gap a little bit. Takes ages to load these. Again, I wouldn't worry about that top bit there. It's not essential. It's not like you're going to really see it. So yeah, so that's basically how you do delivery. It's nice and simple. I think it's straightforward. But let me know if you need any more help, and we'll go from there. Cheers, guys.